What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Savvy at it again, bringing you guys some more begin after the end content. So since you guys should already know, season 4 is out. It's out. Yo, it just came out today. I did my reaction. If you guys didn't catch it, feel free to check it out on Patreon if you're able to, or hit me up on Discord if you want to catch future reactions for free on Twitch, because I'll be notifying you guys on Discord about that. But today I'll be breaking down the analysis of chapter 86 and the analysis of the light novel chapter corresponding to 86, which is 44 in the light novel. So if you guys do enjoy my analysis videos and you guys want to see more, please feel free to smash that like button. Let's just try to get 100 likes, and especially for this video, if you really do like it, liking it will mean a lot, because with this kind of content, it will take a lot longer for me to create compared to my reviews and reactions, because I will be actually dissecting the light novel to find every difference within the light novel from the webcomic or vice versa. And the purpose of this is just bring to light some of the things that we might miss in the webcomic or even in the light novel, because sometimes each side leaves things out, and especially for this chapter, there's a lot of things that got left out in the webcomic that are in the light novel. So if you guys do enjoy that, please smash that like button. Let's just get 100 likes. That is the benchmark, but it's not the limit. Let's get 100 likes, and let me know in the comment section below too if you guys really do appreciate my analysis videos and if you guys want to see more. And also let me know any feedback or recommendations you guys might have if you want me to add to the actual analysis videos. Also, I came up with a schedule too for beginning after the end, which you guys should pay attention to. So for my reactions, like you guys should already know, I'll be reacting to it right when it drops, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be streaming them on Twitch. And then after that, I'll be posting them on Patreon. And then the same day, I'll be making my review and I'll be posting that on YouTube. That will all happen on Friday. And then on Saturday, that is when I'm going to be reading the light novel chapter of the next chapter that is going to be coming the following week. And then on Sunday, I'll be dropping the analysis video. So you guys can kind of expect what I'll be dropping on the weekends, because it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I hope you guys appreciate that you know exactly what you're expecting on certain days. So I'm going to figure out what I'll do for the next days. It might be throughout the week. I'll be dropping theory videos and certain things I'm interested to share on the channel about begin after the end. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to let me know in the comment section below too. And also, last but not least, if you made it this far and you haven't subbed to the channel and you love begin after the end and you at least enjoy my content somewhat, smash that like button, man. It means the world. Is you're supporting the series, you're supporting my channel, you're supporting my content, and it takes less than a second. And it's a no-brainer if you enjoy or you find any pleasure watching my content. So it'll mean the world, and I'll love for you to join the family, because like what I always say, this is the best place to be to get that dose of heat. So yeah, with that all out the way, let's go straight into the analysis. Alrighty, so in the beginning, when Elijah actually woke up Art and Art was getting ready in the shower, he actually brought Sylvie with him. So Sylvie really didn't want to take a shower. She doesn't like water really, and and Art just basically grabbed her and brought her along with him to get ready for Cyrus Academy. So that was pretty cool. And actually, when Art was getting ready as well, he was half naked, and Ellie came through to wake him up to make sure he's up, and she saw Art half naked, and it was pretty funny. Art was actually flexing his muscles and asking Ellie, hey, doesn't your brother have awesome muscles? And literally Ellie just said, no, I only see skin and bones. Just hurry up and get ready so we could eat, and just left. And Art sighed, which was pretty comical. I wish they actually put that in the webcomic chapter. That would have been pretty funny. That would have been pretty funny, but they left it out. So it's all good. Hopefully they don't leave certain funny moments like that in the future, because I actually cracked up when I read that the first time. And next too, when Art was still getting ready, when he was actually looking in the mirror in the webcomic chapter, it just showed him looking in the mirror and that was it. However, when he was actually looking in the mirror, he was analyzing himself, and then he actually noticed that his bluish eyes and reddish hair, that are his main traits, are actually his two base elements that he's more adapted, which is fire and ice. So we kind of noticed that. I wish they put that in the webcomic as well too, because I want to know if that alludes to anything, because we know he's more adept in fire and ice, and yes, he has blue eyes and reddish hair, but would that mean anything like hereditary? Like, would he actually be more versed in those elements? Because that's more with his own, genetic makeup. I am really interested about that. It made my head start clicking about certain things that might, lead to certain events in the series, but I'm not going to say anything else. That's for a video for another day. But that was pretty cool to notice. He wasn't just getting ready and looking at himself being all macho, so that was pretty dope. And next, when Elijah was actually talking to Art about why he picked becoming a battle mage, and he was surprised that he picked a scholar mage, and we only got talk about the battle mage and scholar mage, Art actually commented saying that, yo, one of your main reasons to go to Cyrus Academy, Elijah, is to find cute girls, which wasn't in the webcomic, and it was pretty dope because we all know Elijah wants to find a girl, but we didn't know that was like one of his main factors. And Elijah didn't deny it. He basically said, yeah, like, watch out, I want to get girls, this and that. And he got a new hairstyle and everything in the light novel. So, and it was pretty dope to read. I just wish we could have seen it too in the webcomic, but that was pretty dope, man. Even though he just wants to find girls, hey, everyone has their own motives, but he's going to Cyrus Academy with our boy, so that's pretty dope. Now, when they actually finished getting ready and they went to the dining table and Reynolds was there, and in the webcomic, he was saying, wow, my boy, he's ready for Cyrus Academy. Didn't we raise him well? Which is when he was saying that to his wife. However, when he said boy, he actually said my two boys. So in the light novel, he was referring to Art and Elijah, that he raised both of them well. Like they turned out well, which is interesting because it's so cool, because in the light novel, there's certain things that characters say, like Elijah calls Art's mom like aunt, and we actually see, Reynolds is actually saying our boys, like we raised them well and everything, look how they turned out. So it's really cool and so wholesome to see that. Like, just, it's awesome just bringing this dude in. They don't even know his background, but it's Art's friend, and they just took him like it's his, like a son. So that was really cool to see. I really like how the light novel art is really detailed about certain events and scenes that kind of brings to light like how close the connection could be, or what it already is within certain characters. And I really, really like that, and I hope they could try to integrate some of those moments within the webcomic. And just, it could be so small, like just saying on Alice, that's all you need. That would be pretty dope, just a little bit more. So yeah, that was cool. That was cool. And also we noticed there's only Art's immediate family. Vincent wasn't there and Ellie wasn't there, and it was noticed that Ellie wasn't there because she's part of the council. And the big thing that was left out is that Vincent is part of the management committee for the ship the Cathinus that is setting sail today. So he's part of the committee. He's working with Gideon because he's part of the committee, and the ship is sailing today, and it's called the Cathinus. I'm so surprised they left that out. Like really, that's like a big thing. The ship is going out today, so it's not going to be like set on pause. Like, things are going to be going off screen while we're in Cyrus Academy, and I'm pretty sure the webcomic is going to try to focus more so on Cyrus Academy. I might drop little tidbits, hopefully, in the future about what's going on, like who's going, who's on the ship, are the Lances on the ship, what's their motives, what's their plan, and it's set in sail today, like today. Bro, that was a big thing they left out, and I really wish they put it in the webcomic, but alas, they did not. So hopefully we get more tidbits about what's going on and what's their plan with it being set out today. Because Gideon was saying that he wants to pick Art's brain a little bit about certain things. And for him to just push this along for the ship to set sail today, it's pretty crazy to hear. And I can't wait to find out more development about that alongside what happens in Cyrus Academy. And next, when Art and Elijah was leaving and he said his goodbyes and everything, in the webcomic, he just said goodbye to his mom and sister and basically just said, hey, don't blow up the house, Reynolds, his dad. And he just said, cheeky bastard. But also, it left out that Art asked his mom and sister in a serious tone to point out their index finger. And they didn't know why. It was like a weird request, but he was pretty serious about it. And then Art actually poked their index finger and made them bleed. And Art told them to put your finger on the jewel on the pendant that I gave you. And when they did that, the jewel absorbed the blood. And then after that, Art said that now these pendants are bond to you and no one else can wear them, which is pretty crazy. We didn't know there was like an activation to actually have them bonded. I'm surprised he finally just did it. I would assume that he would do it right when he gave it to them. But yeah, it's completely bonded to them, and they're the only people that can actually wear the pendant, which is pretty cool. And also, another side note, really small, but while they're eating breakfast, Art was commenting saying, oh, you're wearing the pendants and everything. And then Ellie was like saying, yeah, I get so many comments from my friends. You really need to give me more items like this in the future, Arthur. And Arthur was talking about like, yo, if only they knew how expensive this pendant is. And if you guys forgot, those are the pendants I was supposed to be going for the royal family. But Gideon gave that to Art, which shows that he pretty much trusts Art. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say he betrayed the royal family, but he knows where his priorities align. So we kind of seen in that instance. For me, I noticed that he's not completely attached to the royal family. It's not like he's going to do everything he can for the royal family no matter what. He knows that Art has information about certain things that could further his inventions and plans that he might have that we do not know yet. And it kind of showed us in that moment that he gave something that he made specifically for the actual, you know, royal family to Art, just to get information on the blueprints. So that's really cool to see from Gideon, because I don't think he will try to betray Art in any way. So that was something small, but you guys noticed it could be something big in the future. And now, while they went to school, everything was kind of similar, nothing too crazy in the webcomic and the light novel when they actually integrated in Cyrus Academy. However, during the actual orientation, when everyone had to be in the auditorium, Good Sky was talking, and when Good Sky actually introduced the people that's on the student council, we didn't get any names of the webcomic at all. Besides Tessia, we already know Tessia and Lilia, they're part of it too. But we didn't get any names. But while they were walking out, Lilia walked out and Elijah was cheering, and it was kind of weird that Art wasn't cheering at all for her, which I don't know why, because in the light novel, Art and Elijah started cheering. First, Elijah was screaming and Art followed suit and started cheering for Lilia, but it just looked like he was just chillaxing in the webcomic. Don't know why they left it out. Could have been cool, like Art, like, you know, cheering for, you know, Ellie, and maybe all the students like, wow, why are you cheering so loud? Like, they don't know like what connections like they have. But another big thing is we didn't get any names of the people that are part of the actual student council besides Tessia and Lilia. And in the light novel, they actually named one of the characters that is not Lilia or Tessia, and his name is Gerard. But we do not know which character has that name, because when they walked out, it was Lilia, and then two guys, a blonde and reddish haired dude, he walked out, and then there was another stern looking guy that would look pretty serious. He was mentioned in the novel, however, he wasn't named, so Gerard is definitely not him. Gerard must be the blonde hair guy or the reddish hair dude that walked out together and they started waving, because in the light novel, they all walked out individually, but in the webcomic, they walked out together, which made it hard to find out who Gerard actually is. But alas, the big thing that actually left me, you know, gave me a question mark, is how different Tessia actually looked in the webcomic. And in the light novel, it actually made a little sense. It made a little sense because when she came out, Art, along with us, or at least along with me, was actually taken back. Art even doubted himself that that's actually the girl that he knew since childhood, Tessia. And then he noticed that was because of the way she held herself. Like, she held herself in a higher regards now, even though she saw even though she had a childish, innocent face, still, she held herself pretty well and she looked pretty mature. That's probably why Art really didn't notice her at first, or doubted that that was actually Tessia, but he knew that was Tessia. But that might make sense why she looked the way she did in the webcomic, because it did look, she wasn't happy or sad, she just looked like stern. Not stern actually, she just looked composed, like she was just supposed to be there. And yeah, she didn't give like a wink to Art or anything. We don't even know if she noticed Art. So interesting. Hopefully we get more panels, and maybe that's just the way she is now because of how she holds herself. I won't hate that because it actually makes sense. Yo, everyone has to develop their own way, and I can't wait to see if her personality changed any way, shape, or form along with Art, or if this is just a facade that she puts in front of the students, because she is part of the student council. And also, in the actual light novel, it was stated that she is the president of the student council. So she's the top. She's the top person of the student council. It wasn't talked about in the webcomic, which was a bummer, but it was something small, but still could be a big thing because it makes sense maybe why maybe that's the way she is presenting herself, because she is the president of the student council. She is the one that people are going to be looking up to, so she might have to put a face in the public's eye, but when she's with our boy Art, she might let her guard down a little bit. So yo, that's what I figured will happen. Hopefully that will happen, but this chapter was pretty good. So yeah, that is the analysis for chapter 86 of the webcomic compared to the light novel version of the beginning after the end. And if you guys see my reaction, well, if you guys didn't see my reaction or my review, I rated this at 8.5, mainly because they left off so many things that I really wanted to see that were in the light novel that was not in the webcomic, which was a complete bummer for me, because there was like serious notes along with, like, you know, the ship the captain is set in sail today, along with just funny, you know, moments with Art flexing and showing Ellie, and Ellie, like, you know, shutting down Art. It was pretty cool. It was cool to read. I just wish I could have seen it, because we don't get to see those sides, and Art's barely home, so we don't really get to see that many moments with his family, especially with Ellie. Like, Ellie has seen Art the least out of everyone, and it's crazy, but you know, that's the way it is. So hopefully we get more progression and we get more details within the webcomic, or we might get some differences within the webcomic that is not in the light novel. But we all have to wait and see. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this analysis video and you guys want to see more, please remember to smash that like button. The benchmark, the heat meter is 100 likes. But like what I always say, that ain't the limit. That ain't the limit. We're way too strong. We should get over 100 likes. Let's get it done. Like what I always say, these videos, my analysis videos specifically, take a lot longer to make, and it takes a lot more time because I'm somewhat of a perfectionist when I come to certain things, and I want to get every little detail for you guys so you know exactly what we missed or what was left out. And if you guys really do appreciate it, remember to smash that like button. It really means the world, and you're supporting the channel, my content, and the series I do cover. It's a perfect place to be to get that dose of heat. So I hope you guys are all here too, and you guys all sub, because if you love Begin After the End and my content, you're going to want to be here, because I'm going to be doing this weekly, dropping theories, reactions, analysis, reviews. Oh, dude, it's everything, bro. I'm doing everything, so it's going to be the best place. So with that all out the way, I wish I could say more, but that is just the chapter. So I hope you guys all have a good day or night wherever you guys are from. And remember, do not stop leveling up. Savvy Nut signing out.